So a couple months ago, I uploaded a video explaining how I was the victim of online identity theft and identity fraud. It's very scary. I suggest you watch it. I'm going to link it. But it's disturbing how far this person was willing to go to connect with people online. Now, the person responsible was identified by police after I reported the incidents as the victim to the police department that I worked for at the time. This person was creating all kinds of different profiles on dating websites, every social media site. They were advertising themselves as a personal trainer. I don't even go to the gym, as a personal trainer, and was willing to, or trying to meet up with people on any site where you can create a profile and reach out to people through direct messages. Now, police were able to shut things down, but what would have happened if this person was actually able to meet somebody in private like they were trying to do online? So I'm going to link that video, the previous video, but I'm thankful that people became suspicious and went out of their way to contact me to let them know that something wasn't right. Somebody actually contacted the police, the front desks to the police station where I was working at the time, and asked for me and asked me straight out if I was the person that they were speaking to online. And they kind of knew I wasn't, but they just needed to hear from it. And that was the first time I even learned about this. So I'm very thankful that somebody did that. Now, as you may know, or you should know, anybody with any type of online presence whatsoever can become the victim of identity fraud, identity theft at any time. But the story I shared, it didn't end there. It actually gets worse. Now, as you know, or you should know, anybody with any type of online presence at all can be the victim of online identity theft or fraud at any point. And it's not uncommon for anybody with a public profile or a public figure to be the victim of some type of identity fraud. But the story that I shared, actually, it didn't end there. It gets worse. If you followed me for any length of time on any of my accounts, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, I've often posted screenshots of fake accounts of people pretending that they were me and reaching out to people. Usually they're asking for money after establishing trust and, sliding into DMs and such. Usually it's about money. Every now and then it's about relationships, but I'm very forthcoming with the information. When there's a fake account or a false profile set up about me, I put it online right away. Now, a couple of years ago, I started getting a bunch of messages all around the same time from people, from strangers who were asking me if I was in a relationship with a friend of theirs. So I'm not going to mention this person's name, but they were asking me, they wanted confirmation that I was dating this friend of theirs, or if this relationship was just completely made up. I usually never check my direct messages, but they were also leaving comments on my post saying that this was very important, and then they left me a direct message, so of course I went in. Now, like I said, they just wanted some confirmation to see if I was in fact the person dating this friend of theirs. I advised them that I wasn't. I've never heard that name before, and I appreciate the message and such, and that was basically it. Done. So naturally, I visited the person's profile that I was apparently in a relationship with. It was public. It wasn't private. I opened it up, and there was all kinds of content involving me. Then I opened up the messages tab, and there was thousands of messages directed to me, all kinds of subject matter, all kinds of content. And because of some of that subject matter, I actually had to report it to the police department where this person lived. And what made it even more embarrassing for me is I've been connected with this police department online, and we've collaborated on the past on a variety of different things. So I had to reach out to them. I called the police service. I spoke to the staff sergeant working at the duty desk, explained a couple things. They put me through to a detective who kind of had a file open. I was able to provide screen recordings. It took me forever to go through and record all these messages and send them over. And that was basically the end of it. I blocked the person, said, I don't know this person. I've never met them. I don't know the name, nothing. I blocked them, and that was it. Not only did it not end, but this person did their best to find any type of social media profile with my name attached at all, and some of the people that I'm closely connected with, coworkers, and reached out to them and started sharing all kinds of information. Now, something very important to mention here is I've investigated hundreds of cases of online identity fraud and identity theft. And we know, you hear about it all the time, that there are people out there that create profiles. They may live locally, overseas. You never know where they're from, but they connect with people they start sliding in DMs, they start establishing trust, and genuinely make the person believe that they're in a relationship with this other person that they've never met before. So part of me felt bad for this person because in my mind, I was thinking, what if they're actually the victim of somebody reaching out to them, pretending to be me through whatever account, and leading this person on in such a way that they do believe that they're in a relationship with me or whatever the case is. But my mind was there. My mind was that they're possibly a victim in this as well. So things quieted down for a bit. I thought it was done. I reported it to the police service. The detective got in contact with them. Don't contact me directly, indirectly, you name it. Everything was done exactly how it should be, and things were quiet. Until one day, many months later, I start getting messages again from complete strangers, different people that connected or reached out to me last time, asking if I'm in a relationship with this person, asking me if I'm planning on getting married to this person. I even received a notification from a wedding planning agency asking me to confirm some of my details for my upcoming wedding. Apparently, I was getting married the next summer. The venue was picked. The date was picked. The invitations were all sent out. This person even purchased a wedding dress. It was all over their social media sites. Now, keep in mind, I've never had a conversation with this person, never met them. The only interaction that I had was at the advice of the detective, which I would have suggested the same thing, was when I opened the messages, I said, please do not contact me anymore, directly, indirectly, the usual. I took a screenshot of that. I sent it to the detective so it was on file. That's it. I've never had an interaction with this person at all. I was concerned about this, and I even made sure that I posted on my social media profiles the fact that I was going to be out of town when this apparent wedding was supposed to take place as it approached, because I just wanted people to know, anybody who might be paying attention, I have no plans. This is not me. This has nothing to do with me. Now, I forgot to mention something. On her post, on her public profile, she was saying that some of her friends, probably the ones that reached out to me, were trying to keep us apart. Were trying to prevent us from being together. And that we fell in love. It's true love. And the first time that we meet will be at our wedding. And like I said, you can't even laugh at this point. Is this actually happening, real or fake, or is this a joke? How do you even deal with something like this? So I sent this new information off to the detective. And to be honest with you, the weekend that I was supposed to get married, I got the hell out of Dodge. I didn't stick around at all. I had no plans of sticking around and finding out what was going to take place. And this person, thankfully, didn't live near me anyways. So that's it, right? End of story. The wedding day came, it left, didn't happen. So all's peaceful now, right? No. This person, they turned on me out of embarrassment, out of shame, out of anger. Well, first I was advised that they said the wedding was postponed and that this is a test to our love. But this person turned on me. The stuff posted about me online, incredible. I went from being the best thing on earth to a criminal, a hard criminal, a predator, accused of using every resource available to me to destroy her life. I started to get messages once again from complete strangers letting me know about some of the disgusting things that were being posted about me online. Now, having been a police officer at this point for over 20 years with a very public profile, there's really nothing I haven't heard. And it doesn't even get to me. It doesn't bother me. It was just one more thing that I had to deal with. I could make a third video about what took place next. And maybe I will. But I was on the defensive, and that's what really kind of bothered me. I was once again on the defensive with this person. False accusations like crazy. She contacted one police service saying that I somehow gained access to her social media sites and I controlled the algorithm and what she can search for. So basically you open up your Instagram account, you hit the search, the magnifying glass, all these inappropriate images will come up on their phone, and somehow I was controlling that. She reported to another police service that I was involved in the planning and execution of a very high-profile crime that took place and made the media. She reported to a separate police service that there was concerns about my mental health, mental well-being, and so forth. There was even a threat against my life. In total, 5 police services were involved in everything that was taking place. Now listen, I'm fairly resourceful. I have an intimate knowledge of the law and such, and I can navigate these situations. But what if I didn't? What if I couldn't? The average person out there that has to go with this, It's a scary situation. That's why I say it's not even funny. These things are happening all the time. And the worst part, or one of the bad parts, I should say, is throughout this entire thing, I was wondering if she was also somehow a victim. That maybe somebody from her past knew about her vulnerabilities, her situation, whatever the case was, and was taking advantage of that by trying to be somebody else. Because it's not like this has never happened in the past. So why am I posting this? What's the point of this video? Awareness. Strictly awareness for you. You need to know what happened. Not my situation in particular, but these things happen all the time. There's nothing before the courts. There's no charges or anything like that, so I can speak about this. But this is awareness. Please watch the first video I posted. I'm going to link it here. It's not enough just to connect with somebody online and then Google their name. If you were to Google mine, somebody creates a fake profile of me on a dating website and you Google my name, well, all this stuff's going to come up and perhaps you would share more information than you normally would because I'm actually a public figure. That level of trust is certainly heightened. It's not enough just to Google. So thank you for watching this. If there's something you'd like me to cover, please let me know in the comments. If you want to add to this conversation, please let me know. I read every comment and I do my best to, well, I respond to every comment when it's appropriate to do so. So listen, folks, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I appreciate the support. It's cold out there. Stay warm. Be safe. Look after one another. And perhaps we will see you again.